So you're in the thick of it. Everything is falling apart. Everything is going wrong. And you're thinking, oh my God, how much more of this can I possibly take? Hey everyone, Amanda here. And today what I wanted to talk about is this idea of your mess is your message. Now, one of the reasons that I wanted to talk about this is I recently did a podcast with Shanna Lee of the Soul Frequency Method, and she's got a great podcast called Soul Frequency. And we talked about her anatomy of alignment. We talked about this idea of truth and living our truth, and this idea of release, and then also this idea of alignment, really getting in line with your purpose. I feel like so often when we do energy work, people feel like this energy stuff is just all pure magic. And in a lot of ways, it is. It's amazing. And when you touch the magic, when you get a glimpse of that miracle, it can be so incredibly addicting. However, when we're talking about feng shui, there's actually 5 things to the overall recipe that not everybody knows about and not everybody talks about. So when we're looking at this recipe, there's 5 things that create the equation. We have destiny, education, luck, karma, and then this beautiful thing called feng shui. And so often when we're talking about energy work, we expect it to create this magical experience, right? We are expecting absolute perfection. But the thing to remember is that energy is not about perfection. And actually life in general is not about perfection, right? When we're talking about why we're here, what our purpose is, the point of all of this is that we are growing as a soul. We are growing in our life lessons. And so recently, as I was sitting down and talking to Shanna Lee, and we were talking about this idea of aligning with our purpose and being comfortable with what our truth is, a lot of us ignore that, right? We have this idea of this passion that's over here, but we tend to ignore it because we're comfortable. We want to sleep with the devil we know with, right? Rather than the unknown devil, the devil that we don't know, because that can be really scary. And I resonate with this because I too have been there. I stayed in a marriage far too long because I felt like I was going to let everybody down. Oh my gosh, if I wasn't, there and I let everybody down and I disappointed everybody, that was going to be my fault. So I had this issue with loyalty and guilt. And I'm sure a lot of you have that same experience or have had that same experience. I think too often we stay in the job that we feel stuck at and it's not really our dream job. We may stay in a relationship that we shouldn't be in. We may stay in friendships that don't serve us or in an environment that doesn't serve us because of all of these other emotions. And the thing is that when we're talking about our mess is our message, is to understand that energy work can absolutely be helpful to you, but it may require you to get into the weeds. It may require you to go a little bit off course, and it may look really messy, and it may look like it's not serving you, when in actuality, it is. So for example, I recently decided to leave a 6-year relationship. And in a lot of ways, it can look like, oh, well, how is it that you could be in that position when you're this feng shui expert? You know everything about energy. That means everything is perfect. And I bring this up because a girlfriend and I were at lunch and she asked me about the feng shui and the energy of my home, and that if everything was perfect, how could I be at this point? How could I be at this crossroads where I had to make such a decision? The thing to remember is that when it comes to energy work, it's all about the perfect and the imperfect. It's not one or the other. When we're talking about energy, it's not good or bad. It's literally the definition that you give it. And so when we're looking at any kind of energy work, whether you're working with an energy healer or a feng shui practitioner or a house clearing or anything like that, the point of energy is to help you rise above to your highest good. So when you're talking about feng shui, yes, my home, oh my gosh, we are feng shuied to perfection. We are feng shuied absolutely perfect. But what you have to realize is that when you're doing energy work, it also eliminates what no longer serves you. So you have to be ready, willing, and able to open your heart and accept the idea that things have an expiration date. You have to be ready, willing, and open to know that in order for you to go to the next level, in order for you to rise above and go to that next level of frequency, that next level of vibration, something has to go away. And so yes, you may get lost in those weeds and you may feel like it doesn't align with the ultimate goal, when in actuality, it's leading you to exactly where you need to go. So if you've recently done energy work, or if you're experimenting or curious about it and you're thinking that it's going to unfold in this amazingly beautiful, magical way, you're right. In a lot of ways it will. But don't be concerned if it goes in a different direction that you weren't expecting to, or if something falls away. Because when you're dealing with energy work, the whole point of it is to get rid of what no longer serves you so that you can rise above and align and release and really live your truth. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. So if you're curious about feng shui, if you're curious about getting your energy alignment, if you're curious about how you can rise above and start raising your frequency to your highest good and get into alignment, contact us today. I would love to hear from you. You can actually go to our website now and sign up for a free floor plan reading to find out what's going on in your home. There may be things lurking in the details of your floor plan that are preventing you from rising above and living your truth. Makes perfect sense, right? So are you ready? Hell yeah, let's do this. If you like the channel, be sure to hit that button below to subscribe. My name is Amanda Gates. If you're interested in learning more about feng shui or getting a floor plan reading, you can reach out to us today at letschat@thegatescompany.com. All right, everyone, trust the vibe because the energy never lies.